This is kind of fun. This is kind of on the fun side. Listener sent me, and I love getting emails. I love getting direct messages. Folks, if you want to email me, if you got some gossip, you got some hot tips, you got some information we got to know here on the MJ Morning Show, if you want to remain anonymous, if you ever need to communicate with me, send me an email. My private email, I'm the only one that goes through it. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's mj@mjmorningshow.com. And, of course, you can send me a DM on Instagram. My DMs are totally open. My DMs are available at Certified MJ Radio. So on Instagram, I'm Certified MJ Radio, and you can direct message me there as well. So someone sent me this link, and I thought this was kind of cute. I thought this was fun. About the 10 falsehoods, the blatant lies that parents told their kids. And I don't know if they still tell. I mean, it's sort of like the 80s and the 90s.
All right.
You know, the blatant lies that your parents told you when you grew up. And I just thought this was a fun list. Number one, you know what it is?
We'll love you forever.
Drinking coffee stunts your growth.
I heard that one.
I did too.
Yep. So I'm telling you, we've all heard these. You tell me if there's one on the list that you never heard. All right, number two, if you pee in the pool, the water changes color. That is the biggest lie. Remember the old thing? If you pee in the pool, there's going to be like a red ring, a red circle that, you know, I remember here. I heard that when I was a kid in the 70s.
I prove that wrong every time I go into a pool.
Yeah. Number three, chocolate milk comes from brown cows. I know. I heard that as a kid. Come on. Number four, if you swallow the watermelon seeds, a watermelon will grow in your stomach. I remember I was traumatized with that by my grandmother when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Oh, yeah. Did you also play? You can't play it anymore because it's not politically correct. The game where you guys didn't do this. See,
What is it?
girls had a whole different experience with watermelons. We'd take the seeds, however many seeds we had, we'd count them and like do this little nursery rhyme, and it would tell what kind of man you were going to marry.
Whoa.
Yeah, you didn't do that?
Hold.
The watermelon seed dating game?
Run me through this. Just run me through exactly how it works.
You eat a piece of watermelon, and then you count all the seeds that are remaining on your plate.
I'm guessing you cannot go and get a seedless watermelon.
No, you have to do it with seeds.
Right,
That's the whole point.
So I'm kidding around. All right, so you eat a slice of watermelon,
Yes.
and then you spit off the seeds, and then you count the seeds on your plate?
Yes. And then you say, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, soldier, sailor, tinker, tailor.
Can you say Indian chief?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a job.
You're going to get canceled now.
It's a
That's
job.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, what, Seminole Hard Rock Casino's going to come and
Yeah.
say, listen, Roxanne's out of here.
And I'm going to say, hey, I'm just,
Is that the
trying to
whole,
set
is that
somebody
the
up.
whole
That's
rhyme,
it.
or does it
Yeah,
go?
that's it. I mean, that's all I remember. There were more than that.
So
And
wait a minute.
I just remember Tinker was the one I never wanted to end on Tinker.
All right, so wait a minute.
I was
So it's sort of like eeny,
Or poor
meeny,
me.
miny, mo?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and then whatever seed you... Hold on.
That's your husband.
But what do you need the seeds for?
To count, to get. So if you have you stop the rhyme, you keep saying it over and over.
Based on the number of seeds you have.
Exactly.
All right, so
Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer,
Indian chief,
Indian chief,
soldier, sailor, tinker, tailor. And then you start again.
What's a tinker?
That's what I'm saying. I never wanted to land
What
on
the hell's a
tinker because
tinker?
I didn't know what a tinker was.
Tinker's a guy who plays with himself all day. A tinker.
What is a tinker?
Hold on, I pulled it up. Tinker is
A metal worker.
Metal
A metal worker.
And then
Yeah.
goes
From
home
the 13th century.
So I guess he made horseshoes and shields, and then he went to go play with himself.
All right.
I'm just tinkering with
So
myself.
do you recall what you landed on in one of these little games?
I ate plenty of watermelon, so I played it multiple times. I mean, that's what you did every time you had a piece. You're like, oh, who am I going to marry? I almost did it with my kids recently, and then I was like, nah, I don't want them, just if it's offensive to anyone with the.
All right, number 5 on the list of the lies that were told to you as a kid.
Would your kids go to school offending Native Americans, do you?
Number 5 on the list.
Yes.
If you swallow gum, it'll take 7 years to digest.
Well, that's true.
Remember? No, it's not true.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
What, it just runs right through you like everything else?
That's coming right through you. I distinctly remember that as well. That, hey, you swallow gum, it takes 7 years to digest. Blatant lie we were told as a kid. All right, here's another one. It's illegal to drive with lights on inside the car. I remember my dad. Yes, remember the dome light. I remember as a kid that, Dad would turn the dome light on and Mom would complain, oh, I can't, because I remember as a kid, I know what it was, that some of the cars we had, that we had access to the dome light, that there was a switch
in the back
on the ceiling and we could turn the light on ourselves in the car. And that's right. We would mess around with my dad. It's illegal. We can't drive with the light on, especially at night. All right, number 7.
Hey, back to the lights on thing. I'll tell you right now, we should have lied to our kids about that because they would listen if we're like, we're going to get pulled over right now. Turn it off. Meanwhile, now we have to say, please turn it off. Please turn it off. Turn it off.
You should have told your daughter she'll marry a tinker.
All right, number 7 on the list of lies we were told as a kid. Sitting too close to the TV will ruin your eyes. How many times did I hear that?
Well, guess what? Holding your phone like this will ruin your eyes. It's ruining kids' eyes.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, you know what? That was kind of prescient because
yes, exactly.
Look at all the screen time these days. Yeah, the kids and the computers and the phones and what do they call blue light?
Yeah, blue light.
Isn't blue light emanating from all these screens and devices?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be bad for your eyes?
Whatever. You don't see a bunch of blind people walking around. Oh, curses, that damn phone.
All right, number 8. We've all heard this one. Don't crack your knuckles. It'll do what?
It'll make them bigger?
No, give you arthritis. Well, I guess
that's right.
Technically, I guess that's right because your arthritis can make your knuckles bigger. So don't crack your knuckles. It'll give you arthritis. That's another one we were told as kids. Oh, this is a biggie. You have to wait 30 minutes at least.
Go into the pool after you eat.
Exactly.
31 minutes is fine. 29, not cool.
No bueno.
Nope. 29, you drown.
Yep.
31, you're Mark Spitz.
You're
like you're Katie Ledecky. All right.
Greg Louganis.
You're Greg Louganis. No, then you crack your. Who cracked it? Was it?
See, he probably ate 29 minutes before he did his dive.
Hit his head.
Yeah, that
he
was
hit
Louganis.
his head. Yeah, exactly. All right, so that was a biggie. Yeah, you got to wait 30 minutes before you swim. That's all right. And number 10 on the list. If you get a tattoo, you'll never get a job. Did you ever hear that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't hold up anymore.
Yeah. If you won't find a job if you get a tattoo.
What
Yes.
about this is a good one when you make a face and it's like, don't cross your eyes. They're going to stay like that.
Oh, yeah. Or don't make a funny face. It'll stick that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dad had one, and he was right.
All right,
He
hang
told
on.
me if I keep this up, I'll go blind. And you know what? I just bought a pair of readers, so it's taken a long time. But
Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Go ahead and click, share, subscribe, all this stuff.